I'm not gonna wait for people to get here because I'm just gonna upload the live later. I've only put it on for a couple seconds on Dahlia to make sure it fits. You know, if you see cats like going across the table, just ignore that. I don't feel like doing anything about it today. So I just put it on her to make sure that everything fits. Because obviously it's very, very stiff right now. I mean, it just came in. You can see it like pretty much holds itself up, which is just because it's made out of really nice, high quality leather. It's full grain. And so it needs to be broken in some. I got the 3-inch. This is, okay. So for Dahlia, who is a smaller size Bernese Mountain Dog, I got a large with a 3-inch handle. This is what the 3-inch handle looks like. I'm showing it especially because I couldn't find out, like I couldn't find any pictures of exactly what the 3-inch handle looked like. But this is, so that's that. And then I got the flexible add-on. This is supposed to be a 9-inch handle, and I don't know for sure if it is. I think it's 9-inch with the snaps. And I think that's where I was confused. But for a flexible handle, it's really, I think it'll become more flexible over time because obviously it's leather. But for right now, it's pretty stiff. And I got it so that I could change it to a pole or guide, because I don't always use guide, and to be honest, I rarely use guide with Dahlia because she kind of sucks at it, like a little bit, low-key. But this handle feels sturdy, and I'm just going to compare it really quick to my old Yup collars that does not fit Gus. This is kind of what we're dealing with, and as you can see, it only, don't mind the horrible amounts of fur on it, it only is connected by these 2 snaps, and then I think it's sewn in as well. I'm not sure if it's sewn in as well. I'm gonna be so real. But as you can see, it's bent at the top over time. Again, this is Yup. And even though it's really nice and it's custom, which I loved for Gus because he has weird measurements, this handle is not going anywhere. Like, it is sturdy and it is sewn on for like, I think 3 inches is just sewn on. This is not going anywhere. And because Dahlia is so wide, I've been trying to stretch this out, and it's like a workout to try and get it to fit her. Why are you weird? This is for my service dog. Anyway, so, yeah. This thing's not going anywhere. I don't know, like, I'm hoping that I can get it to fit Dahlia eventually, to be honest, because as you can see, it kind of makes the saddle kind of bend upwards. But yeah, the only problem that I've had so far is that it is really stiff. So Dahlia did not love putting it on for me to make sure that it fit her. So I'm kind of having to hand break it in. But the thing is that I also had to do that with this harness for Gus. And as you can see, it is fully broken in. This thing is well loved. There's a reason why I had to get a second one, other than the fact that Dahlia just outgrew it. Speaking of which, I need to let her inside because she's about to destroy my door. Back door open. there's that. The other thing that I really, really like about Bridgeport, I did not ask for this. Where did it go? I think it might still be in the bag. Somewhere, they actually gave me an extension, a girth extension strap for free. I didn't order that. So I don't know if that's because I religiously follow them and they know that I own a Bernese Mountain Dog, but they did send me a free extension strap for her. So that's really nice. And it would have been really helpful for my Yup harness had I thought of that. But yeah, really the only problem that I am seeing with this so far is that this is just really giving me a hard time to make it wide enough to fit my dog. Dahlia is built like a burner. She has a very broad back. But other than that, it really seems great. I also like that it has the printed size on it. So if you forget like what size you ordered last time, you don't have to sit there and measure every single part of the harness again. You know, a lot of people end up reselling their gear or even donating it, and it's a pain in the butt every time somebody asks you, oh, what size is it? And then you have to sit there and take it apart and measure every single strap to make sure it really is the size that you thought you ordered. And I mean, it's a small thing, but at least their sizes are consistent and you can just go look at it. My Yup harness, I really don't think it has that. Maybe it has it on the tag. No, it doesn't have it on the tag. But again, this is much thicker leather than the Yup harness. This is really dense. The other thing that I don't know if I love, and it was a sacrifice I had to make, is the fact that this does not have padding. And I worry about that in kind of the dog's armpits where it goes. Dahlia, leave it. Because I always worry about it rubbing in their arms, and you know, this does not have padding there, unlike the Yup harness. And it's also missing padding a little bit on the shoulders, but this is literally like an inch or two distance, so I'm not really worried about that. But, you know, and I guess worst case scenario is I can make my own padding to go under it. But, you know, it might end up just not bothering Dahlia at all. So, we'll see. I'm still going to keep an eye on it. She does have really thick fur. So, I'm hoping that maybe I've just been delusional and that's actually not a problem, because truth be told, I've never had my dogs wear a harness that did not have padding right there, because I'm paranoid. So there's that, but those are kind of just my first impressions. I'm probably going to make another video in, you know, maybe like a month or 2 or 3, because you never know how harnesses wear. Even though my Yup was really great when I first got it, after about 1.5 years, it really, really started to show its age. You can see this is significantly darker. This is a whole other shade from when I got it. And you can see where I've like worn it in the rain and it's kept those spots, especially like where the hardware has sat. You can see how this has been worn by multiple dogs. So, you know, we'll see how it does. I have heard really good reviews that these last a super duper long time though. So again, I think it's just a wait and see kind of thing. Yeah. But so far, I really do like it. honestly, the girth strap is the only thing that I'm mildly concerned about. And I think if it does give me problems, I have enough skill with sewing that I can just make a girth pad myself. But it's a very pretty harness. It's very visually appealing. I have a lot of black, like, especially one tigress capes and backpacks that would really go with this. I was a little bit sad that they kept being out of the burgundy, because originally I was going to get the burgundy harness, and they were just out of burgundy everything until the day after I ordered this harness, which I really just should have seen coming. I don't think they would have had it the day after I ordered this if I waited. So, it is what it is. But so far I'm very impressed, especially for the price. This harness was about $200 more than this one. And granted, it looked much, much, much different than it does now, but, it's a 2.5-year-old harness. So, you gotta give it some grace. It's been abused. But, yeah, we'll see how it does. I'm not sure if I'll keep this on to the guide. The thing is that, and they had like 9 to 12 inch flexible add-on handles. I don't remember what the stiff ones were. Okay, I think this bridge might end up upsetting me long term. But that's fine. But even this didn't end up being too long, even as a pull strap, which I'm very glad about. That's better. But I'm probably going to break it in by hand some and then use it at the mall this weekend. I might post a short of that. But for now, it looks really good. It looks really impressive. It's very visually appealing. We'll see if this whole situation irritates her or not. I'm hoping it doesn't. I tend to just avoid harnesses that don't have padding in the girth altogether. That's actually one of the big reasons why I've never bought a biothane harness, is because most biothane harnesses don't have padding at all, or they don't have padding in the girth. The difference is that this will soften over time and biothane won't. So we'll see. We'll see how this goes. Again, I am skeptical of any new dog gear brand that I try. I go in with an open mind. So this could totally suck. I don't think it will, but it could. But we'll see. I think that's where I'm going to end, though, for now. I don't think there's much that again, this is just my first impressions. I think it's going to have to get broken in really well before I can give any more of a review on it. But so far I do like it. So we'll see. Wait and see.